Hey guys, welcome back to Terrafirmagreg. As you can see, I am riding south because, processing all the K-pop logs to get the resin, it's okay, but it does take a long time. And I thought I would try the tree tapping since we built this road anyway, right? So I'm on my way south so I can actually plant some of those K-pop saplings because, as we found out before, you cannot just place the K-pop down like that, tap it, because it just won't work. So what I gotta do, pick up the horse, okay, great. What I gotta do is plant the saplings and have them grow naturally. And yeah, it's almost about the time. It is getting warmer. It takes about 10 days for these K-pop saplings to grow. So I gotta get them in the ground so they're ready for when the temperature's nice and warm over here. So we're gonna do that real quick, first thing. Okay, there's the first one planted. And I think we are gonna want to leave a little bit of space so they can grow. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I've got 7 taps because I need 3 more for the maple back at home. So let's do one more tree right here. And there we go. Okay, so we'll come back in 10 days and hopefully they'll be grown. We can set up the taps and it'll be nice and warm and we'll get some of that resin out of it. But we are gonna go get some copper. We are running out of copper. We're gonna need a ton of copper. Copper mine, here we are. Where's my hole? Here. Okay, we got our digger helmet on, just in case. It's been a while since we've been here. We've got some charcoal in here. I don't remember exactly which way to go. This way? Do we need torches to be lit? So we don't have stuff spawning down here. Oh, that's right, down there is the place where we found copper originally. But here off to the left and left again, this is where we go. That's right. Ooh. It's nice to be able to see, but I don't want anything to spawn. Oh, and that's right, we do not have our wood roof. We need to put in a wood roof so that we don't have any collapsing. Won't trigger collapse. Alright, we'll see about that. That was a lie. I mean, maybe it wouldn't have triggered collapse if I was using just the pickaxe instead of the mining hammer, but I'm not entirely sure. Yep, I think that was a lie. You lied. Oh, this caved in a lot. That's okay. We are putting in a floor anyway. Here we go. That's looking a lot better. Now we got our roof and we can just mine this copper with abandon and not have to worry about collapsing. Although we should probably put up supports as we're digging farther out that way. We'll dig out this entire area, see how far the vein goes, keep putting up roofing, and then we'll start digging down. Here's a little update on the ice machine. It is full. Completely full. And I think it's about time for it to stop running. I think the ice is not forming anymore. Now, if I want, I think I can just pop this off. There we go. And now it's stopped. Now, if I want to, I can just pop that back on, and I think it'll run again. Yeah. So, if you have a lever, put a lever on. That'd probably be best. And that way you can turn it on and off, but this will do for now. Alright, let's fill this up with the ice shavings we've got. I've got, is that 47 packed ice in there? Plus, I've got some that I already started. Put a 32 in my lunchbox so I could keep the pizza nice and cool. Plus the all the other ice shavings that we've got there. I think we're gonna be good for the summer. I think the ice machine's working out pretty well. Although I might need more snowballs so I can make more liquid ice slush. Should probably go collect those before they all melt. So in the cellar we've got all this meat that is gonna go bad before we can make it into pizza, so I'm gonna make some sandwiches. And making the sandwiches that will extend the date so that I can eat that meat and hopefully it won't go bad. So we're gonna do some bread the new way. I went ahead and stuck a couple of I went ahead and took a couple of buckets of the yeast and put it in this barrel, and I added 20 of the raw honey, because in order to make this mixture you have to do 10 of a sweetener to just one bucket. So I did that. I got the stuff. The Terrage. I don't know how you say it. I think it's Terrage. That makes more sense probably, just because Terrage is how it's spelled, so of course it's not going to sound like that. So I've got this stuff. You mix it with the rye flour, but you have to have the spoon and the mixing bowl as well. So we're gonna throw those into there, and that's how you make the dough now. Yeah, actually the dough will last a month and 2 days. That's not too bad. This mixture goes forever as far as I know, so I can just stick that in there for safekeeping. And I really need to remodel the kitchen, make it look more like an actual kitchen, but that's gonna have to wait until I finished all my stuff out there. For now, we will stick the spoon and the bowl down over here where it was before, just for safekeeping. Okay, so now we gotta bake all this bread. So let's see, can we still use the mittens? Okay, right click, shift right click. Yep, that worked. I'm not burning. Where'd the bread go? Except where did the bread go? Am I going crazy? I don't see it in my inventory anywhere. Okay, maybe the mittens are a bad idea. Let's go get our tongs. What is going on? There's the one bread. Where'd all the other bread go? Okay, so do we need to shift click and what happened? Oh, my bread is vanishing. Why is it doing that? Okay, that is weird. So I can throw it out. Okay, let's try with the button. Shift, right click, throw it out. Click, throw it out. Oh, throw it out. And throw it out. Okay, so there must be some kind of a bug, because if I get the bread out by shift clicking and then scroll over to it, it just vanishes, and I have no idea where it goes. It just is gone. It's not on the map anywhere. I didn't miss it. It just leaves. So the trick is to shift click once and then go into your inventory and then throw it out. That is a problem. So if you ever run into this issue, you know how to get around it. All right, there's our sandwiches. Made a bunch of sandwiches with mutton and garlic, and made some with just a lot of mutton. So yeah, these will last a couple of months in the lunchbox. So maybe I'll be able to eat them before they all go bad. Guess we'll see. Ice is holding up kinda well. I think I'm gonna need more ice. I know I've got a bunch right here. But I need to make more. Oh yeah, I think I'll have plenty of ice. Looks like we have a total of 99 ice in there, plus I think I just put 32 in here. Let's get 131 ice. Not bad. We need rubber. Yeah, we need belts. How do you make a rubber belt? Use rubber sheets. Rubber sheet you have to get from an alloy smelter. Okay, we have an alloy smelter. Okay, we can make one of those. That's really easy. In fact, I think we might already have one. How do you make the rubber ingots, though? Rubber ingots are from sulfur dust, which we have some, and raw rubber pulp. Raw rubber pulp you get from tiny piles of small rubber pulps, or vulcanized latex, heated. Okay, vulcanized latex is sulfur powder and latex. Okay, so we just need sulfur powder and latex. Latex you get from a kapok log. We do have over here some latex. We need 4 more. Let's throw in 4 more logs. There we go. That way we'll have a nice even barrel. 10 buckets. So we've got the latex. To get it vulcanized, we need sulfur powder. And we need to heat it out of that. So 1 bucket to 1 sulfur powder. So let's go get some sulfur powder. I'm pretty sure we have some sulfur in here. Oh yeah, we've got lots of sulfur. And sulfur dust. I'm guessing sulfur powder is from that. Yeah, you just take the sulfur dust, turns into sulfur powder. We can just crush it up. And we're going to be making a lot of this stuff, so we might as well just throw the whole thing in. Get a bunch of sulfur powder. Excellent. If we have 10 buckets, that means we're going to need 10 powder. We'll just get the rest later. How much can we put in here? 10 buckets. Okay. We'll stick all 10 in there. And actually, if we want to do things faster, we can do this and grab an empty barrel and use the barrel to grab the latex and put it in. There we go. A little shortcut there. All right, now we just gotta heat it up. Guess we can probably only need 1 log. Throw that in there and light it on fire. Close the lid. We should be processing that latex into vulcanized latex. That's actually pretty cool. That is not that difficult to do. That's great. The next step is going to be difficult. We're going to have to turn that vulcanized latex into raw rubber pulp. And we're going to need that blaze burner heating, actually what they call basin with the pressurizer on top. We already have that set up right here, except we don't have anything on the bottom there. And there we go, vulcanized latex. So, we did make a blaze burner, and we could make another one if we wanted to. For the sake of brevity, we are just going to borrow the blaze burner that we have down here. It should be fine. Of course, this one's got a straw. Does that matter? Pop this guy up. Oh. Oh, good. We got the straw back. Okay, so we don't need that running yet. So we're gonna take the blaze burner from that, and we're going to use it to make us some rubber. So let's get this bowl and spoon out of the way. Can you put them in here? You can. Okay, good. Oh, gravel. Okay. Now we place the blaze burner underneath. I think we're going to have to feed it some charcoal to heat it. But for now, let's just grab this barrel here. And what exactly do I do? Just 250 millibuckets turned into 1 raw rubber pulp. So that means we should get 40 of these pulps out of just this one barrel. Let's put it in. Can I not put more than one in at a time? Yeah, got the whole thing. I have to click it multiple times. Okay. Well, that's not bad. Alright, so that's empty. So we got that. It's running, but it's not heated up. So let's give it some charcoal. And, oh, what was that? Something happened. Okay, it's heating. Why is this not working? Oh, because it's on vacuum. I need to change it to pressure. There we go. So just right clicking it with the wrench will switch the mode. The little arrow was showing me that it was on vacuum instead of pressure. So yeah, it's going. That is pretty neat. I wonder if it'll get done. Probably not. I might have to put another charcoal in there, but oh, I got plenty of charcoal now. Alright, there we go. All done. And there's 40 raw rubber pulp. And then we can use that in the alloy smelter with sulfur dust, so more sulfur. And it looks like 3. So 3 to 1 gives us 1 rubber ingot. That's pretty cool. I think we're probably going to want to make some more of that latex. So let's go ahead and grab this and just throw it on. Oh, throw it on like that. Okay, and then just switch to vacuuming. Nice. And if we want to, we can just queue up another 16 by just throwing it on top. Okay, but I have to throw it just right. There we go. So once that is done, it'll just autofill. Okay, now back to our manufacturing warehouse building, which is still not done yet, but hey, we'll get it there eventually. Okay, and here we go. Just throw in that and that. And there we go. It's working. We're getting rubber ingots out. Oh, okay. So to make a rubber belt, we have to have rubber sheets. To get the rubber sheet, that's where you need the plate mold. 2 rubber ingots and a plate mold will make a rubber sheet. So we need the plate mold. Do we not have a plate mold? It's an empty mold with the hammer on top. That's ingot mold. That's the ball for making the glass. Okay, I guess we don't. Well, in that case, how do you make an empty mold? Okay, it's just 4 steel plates with a file and a hammer. Okay, so let's get 4 steel plates. All right. Get into our backpack. Get the file. And then use the hammer and file like so. And then we need the hammer on top to make a plate mold. Okay. We just need to take the excess out of there, put the plate mold in, grab, I guess we only have enough for 6. Oh, that was super fast. And look at that, 6 rubber sheets. So now we can take those rubber sheets and turn them into, do we have to have a hammer? Wait, what was it? Oh, gotta have a knife and hammer. Okay, so use the knife and the hammer. And we got rubber belts. Oh, that's just nice. Yay, I got my first rubber belt. Isn't she beautiful? Right, well, we can take that plate mold and stash it away for use later. Got the raw rubber pulp. I don't think 6 rubber belts is gonna be enough. I think we're gonna need more. So let's stash some sulfur dust here. And yeah, we should make more, but that's why we're getting more of the latex out. Also, however, maybe it would be good to go and check, because yeah, I've got these tree taps. Let's go take a ride. I'm gonna drop off this tongs. Don't need you right now. And let's go see if those trees have grown up, because we would like to tap them and get some latex straight from the tree. I did spend all that time to make this wonderful road to head south. It would be a shame if I didn't use it. I really hope those trees have grown up though. Ooh, it looks like they have not yet. How long? Oh, it's ready to grow. Ready to grow. They could grow at any second then. I could technically just stand here and wait for them to grow. If they're ready to grow, they should grow any second. We'll get into here and see what the temperature is. Current temperature 8 degrees. Don't know if that is warm enough for the taps to work. It does say it's ready to grow. It'll grow any second, honestly. We got the barrels ready. Do I need any more sand? And what is this? White sand? And chalk. Ooh, actually, chalk. I'm pretty sure that chalk cobble, loose chalk rock, bricks. Yes, chalk can be turned into flux. So, oh, there's one tree. while we're waiting for the rest of the trees to grow, we could probably harvest some of this chalk. Alright, so now we want to pick up a barrel and place the barrel somewhere, like right here. And then we can put a tree tap right there. Okay. So, okay, it has to be over 12 degrees Celsius. And current temperature is 7.5, but it is getting warmer. So that is good. Oh, not like that. Come on. There you go. Perfect. Alright, while we're waiting for the rest, let's go get some of that chalk. It's all sandstone. This is what I want. I want the chalk. Oh, there's a lot of chalk around here. Let's go check on the trees. Oh, they still haven't grown? Seriously? Well, it's not time. We're gonna have to wait. We can come back and I'm sure the rest have grown. And there it is. Home sweet home. There we go. We really should name our horse. Should give it a name. I don't know what to call it, but we should definitely give it a name. Because what we really want to do with these rubber belts is we want to put a little bit of a kind of a process here. And instead of just taking the logs that come out of that tree farm and just head straight into the coke oven, we want to just put the logs in and then take all the sticks and the saplings and separate them for processing separately. That way I don't have to remember to come up here and do it manually myself every single time. Because you can see we've got a lot of wood. And we've got a lot of wood here too. And it should all be falling down into there. Problem is, we've got so many trees and we just can't keep up with all the wood. And so we also have the sticks and the saplings, which of course are also very good for turning into sticks, so that we can take all those sticks and turn them into bundles, and in turn turn the bundles into the logs that we put in for making salt. Yep. Oh, there we go, stick bundles. So in order to do that, we are going to need some belts, because we're going to need to do some filtering. And is it a tunnel? Yeah, the tunnel is what we want to use. The brass tunnels, which we can create with just brass and leather, or thin rubber sheets, which we cannot do yet because we do not have a roller. We could make one though. Yeah, we totally could do this. Precision mechanisms and stuff. We totally make a roller. So, where was I? Ah, yes. So the brass tunnels. Because the brass tunnels are going to be used to filter on these rubber belts here. And that will allow us to move stuff around. So yeah, we gotta get more of that. And then we also need to extend this building. Like I was saying, I want to take this and maybe put some stairs up and have another floor just basically right here at the top that butts up against this building. And yeah, that is what we're going to work on. Okay guys, I just realized I built this little addition here and I was talking the entire time. but I wasn't recording, so you didn't get to see any of that. So here's a rundown of what I did to make this better. I just added a chute on top of the basin here, and then added a chute attached to that chute so it goes up to the side. And then I just put a frame chest on top so I could just put all the kapok logs that I've got right here. And yeah, they just funnel down into here, and so when one of the kapok logs gets processed, another one gets filled in from here. So yeah, now I can just process all of these and not have to worry about refilling it, throwing things on, and having them get, I don't know, despawned after 5 minutes or so. So yeah, that's a fun little contraption that I got done. And with that, I think we need to say goodbye for this episode because it's getting kind of long. I need to get this out so you guys can have it. And then on the next episode, I'm really hoping to get the tree processing done that we were talking about. We're going to get a whole bunch of belts, we're going to get tunnels, and we're going to process those trees, the extras and the saplings and everything auto-magically. So until next time, catch you later. Bye.